It's almost when you try and be better or like healthier, you just fucking hurt.
Welcome to Not For Radio. Thanks for that little insight, Jay. Good to have you tuned in, Snipers. We're back from holiday. We'll get into a bit of that shortly. I'm Duncan. That is Jay. We're fucking ready to rip in. If you've missed us and you haven't been getting any new episodes because you're not Sniper Elite, literally the best way to support us to keep doing this content is to become Sniper Elite. A couple of extra bonus episodes a week. They're ad-free as well, and you get the inside word on a Monday, which is when we chat about what's going on in our personal lives.
We chat all things monkeys, munching stuff, wanting a peg leg, hair plugging, passport dramas, and what it's like to go through the back window of a car at about 60 k's on a push bike.
Yeah, she's a fucking big episode.
The war story at the end is a fucking beauty.
Details on our live podcast recording in Liverpool. We're going to update in the stone skimming champs. We're hopefully all of us heading to Scotland for this one in just like 4 and a bit weeks, which is super loose. So there's a fair bit on. Like I say, become Sniper Elite if you haven't done already. That'll be amazing. It's the best way to support us. Or share an episode with a mate. There's another way of supporting the podcast.
If you know someone that's having a bit of a shit time, just think of who that person is right now and go, you know what, this is going to fucking cheer them up, and just send it on.
The link's in the episode description. Once you click through, it'll send you to the Roval website. There'll be a couple of other podcasts that come out of the same building that we're in, and you can actually buy a subscription for a mate.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, mate, you need to fucking rip in, or someone's been talking about it and can't quite afford it and you want to shout them, or you just want to shout a random sniper on the Snipers Nightmare Facebook group, heaps of people have done that. It's it's a good way of doing it.
Pay it forward. Enjoy. This is a fucking belter. You're going to love this one.
This episode of Not For Radio brought to you by the legends at Classic Builders. Been building homes for Kiwis for over like 30 years. They've got teams up and down the country, can sort you out a house and land package or design and build, and they'll have someone working in your part of New Zealand.
It's a tasty cup of joe.
To the podcast every day. There's your Duncan, there's your Jay. When they get all fizzed up, hear them say, not for fucking radio.
Jeez, that's glorious stuff. Apologies, team, for being late. Had a nice sauna this morning.
Yeah.
And
Big on our saunas, you may have picked up.
Fuck, it got absolutely cooked. I was chatting to a young buck in there, and so it was like 92 degrees when we got in. Went back a little bit. She was like, she opened the door of the fire. She was like, fuck, I don't want to cook them too hard. They haven't been for a while. So thank you, love.
What were you doing? Were you doing 15s?
20s.
Oh, yeah.
Do 20, then a cold dip, then 20, and went into the ocean. It was fucking colder than my freezer. Like,
That's
and
awesome.
It was it was just far enough out where at our local beach, it has a bit of a gradient. You drop down at full tide, and then it's kind of just flat for a long time. So I walked out like 100 metres, and I was still like just at knee level. So the next wave that came in, I just sort of flopped over in pain. It was so cold. And then the dude there's a young buck we're doing it with. He said the bloke that runs the saunas, if he turns up, you're basically fucked, because he likes to go at 100 degrees, which is like a jug boiling.
Yeah.
Or 110 if he knows you're a seasoned saunerer.
If you imagine like your blood just boiling in your veins.
That sort of felt like at 92.
Yeah, fuck. It gets you though.
I feel pretty good now, though.
Yeah.
You feel alive.
I had one last night with my good buddy Addo, and he's got a mad setup at his house. Same thing, but we were going to dip in the ice bath, but the pool was the same temp. It was sitting at 3 degrees.
Yeah, because it was 2 degrees outside our house this morning. I turned on the bloody heating.
Yeah, but we just did the straight 30, and at about
how long did you stay in?
30.
Second. Oh no, and the sauna. What about the ice bath?
Ice bath probably 3-4 minutes.
Oh, good night.
Yeah, we needed to crush it, but I was at the point. If you have sauna before, and this sounds like a fucking eat ass thing to say, but that last, as soon as your head goes, you just can't get it back.
Like time slows down.
Yeah, I felt like I was having an exorcism, and that I was trying, like my body was involuntarily moving because it had gone into autopilot, and it was like, well, clearly this fuckwit's going to cook us. So someone just took over the controls, and I was like full Roombering in the sauna. I was like, yeah, what am I doing? Oh, fuck, I had the hat on and everything. Went and sat on the bottom step, went back up to the top step to wrestle back control. Fuck, it was gnarly, and he just kept pouring on and pouring on and pouring on.
That wouldn't be helping if he's pouring the liquid on.
But it was up in the 90s. Like, fuck me, it was good.
And if you don't sauna and you're like, you fucking weirdos, honestly, you get to a certain point in your life and you start giving shit like that a bit of a side eye and you start clawing back some health after torching your body for decades.
I was literally, I was sitting in the sauna Monday night because we have had one at the tennis club we go to. With the tattooed six, how's it? Tell the backstory. This bloke's got the most amazing tattoo collection. Like he's covered. He's covered in awesome flash work and heaps of traditional stuff. He's fucking awesome. I walked and I haven't seen him since we steamed up at the Warriors in the box with the Jetta and Tonchi.
So I went to a gig one night at the Auckland Tennis Arena thing. And it was like a drum and bass gig, I think. I can't remember who the fuck played.
Centre Court, yeah.
Yeah, they were quite good. I'd never heard of them before.
The venue was Centre Court.
Oh, they're not the band. No. The band was like, I think they're a Kiwi band that were quite famous.
Shapeshifter.
Nah, I've heard of them. Anyway, they had quite a big following, and we were there with the Tattooed Six, and that's when he changed his Instagram handle to the Tattooed Six, because he's like, fuck, I'm in a mad dry spell. I feel like I'm like overselling myself. And I was like, why don't you just be honest? And he goes, well, if I honestly look in the mirror, I reckon I'm a 6 out of 10 with tattoos. So he changed his fucking handle to the Tattooed Six.
That's so
and
good.
got a pump that night.
So I was sitting in the sauna with a Tattooed Six and this young buck who used to run festivals out of Dunedin.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, see, this is the point where we're at. Well, I mean, he's admittedly still a young buck, but we sit in the sauna on a Monday, sweating it out, so that we can make sure that we get on the piss that week. Like it's a full Bert Kreischer model. Staying healthy enough to fuck yourself up every weekend.
That's what professional athletes do. They get fucked up every weekend, just a different sort of way. Then they ice bath their way out of it. They've been doing it for years.
The equivalent of an 80-kilometre car crash is what an All Blacks game is.
Yuck. Should we do a war story?
Shall we?
It'll be a while for a bunch of you listening since you heard a freshie.
Attention, snipers! Gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories. Your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
A 15-kilometre-an-hour scooter crash sent my dad's $60,000 leg flying across 3 lanes of traffic. Welcome to Jacko Ferreira's war story. The year was 1972. My dad had a bit of a hard tumble on his Honda CBX 900.
Tom's already laughing at the
and had to leave, had his left leg amputated just below the knee.
Shit.
This happened decades before I was even a thought. My dad made me and raised me on one fucking foot. Not wanting to let go of his biker days, my dad had a little 125cc scooter he would use to commute to work and back. My dad took his little slice of freedom in for a service and asked me to please give him a lift to go and pick it up when it's done. So I took my dad to the service station and off we went. Me in the car, my dad pretending he was still on a CBX 900 in front of me. I'm not sure where my dad had been looking at the time, but I had my eyes on the road. Clearly, unlike him, all of a sudden my dad had a very small fender bender and couldn't have been going more than 15k an hour in traffic. However, the impacts had been sufficient enough to put my handicapped dad on his ass. I got out of the car, double-checked him, old man, but like I said, I had seen worse, I'd seen worse. Unfortunately, the poor old lady my dad had driven into got out of her car to assess the damage. She got out, walked around and saw my dad sitting on his ass. She immediately gave a blood-curdling scream and fainted within seconds. The incident, small as it was, had been sufficient enough to send my dad's leg clear across 3 lanes of traffic. So there my dad sat on the floor, legless, me running after a $60,000 leg, crying with laughter, trying to explain that this happens more than you'd think. The ambulance arrived in the nick of time, rushing to a near fatal accident. Shit. Oh, shit. only to find my dad shimmying on his ass across the road and me holding his leg trying to calm everyone down. Like I said, minor accident, picked the scooter back up and put Humpty Dumpty father back together again, only to have the ambulance attend to the poor lady that couldn't understand why there was no blood gushing from the severed leg. I really hope she eventually found it half as funny as what me and my dad found it. At least we knew beforehand my dad didn't have a leg to stand on regardless. Well played.
I wonder, do you have to...
$60,000 a leg,
Yeah.
is that like a Dr. Robotnik one?
Do you have to shell out for it? If you are a person that is an amputee and has a prosthetic,
Surely
I'm
not.
sure, yeah.
Do you reckon ACC just gives you the dud one that doesn't move, the skin-coloured one?
Yeah, the one that looks like it's just been whipped off a mannequin.
My granddad had his leg amputated and they did supply him with another one.
Yeah.
But it was real tricky for him though, because when you're in your like late 70s, learning to walk with a young buck could just get back up on
So
it.
he
and
got his
then
leg
run.
amputated in his late 70s.
Yeah, he had all these blockages and all the blood and stuff, and it was basically poisoning him from his foot upwards, so they had to take it just below the knee. But they did supply him with it, under the...
Was it a shit one, or did he have the option of going with like a...
It was like a little cup one with like
Yep.
a thin metal thing out of it and then a shoe on the bottom of a foot.
That's the one I drank out of in Adelaide.
Yeah, but
One
he
of
had
those
carbon
ones.
fibre.
Oh, you had a flash bottom half. He
Yeah.
still had the cup because you got to have the cup.
Yeah, but it was a carbon fibre cut. His one was fancy. I'd imagine that's probably worth quite a bit of chip too.
I'll go blades, eh?
I reckon at 70 I'm going a fucking broom handle, full peg leg pirate. Because fuck it, you're not running.
With a fucking crate bandage around the top of it?
Yeah.
Yarr! Where's the whiskey?
Just a couple of like DJI drones so you can just float around. There's one where each leg was.
We'll be there. Like you joke
Not
about
far
it. We're
away,
not
I
far away
reckon.
from it, I reckon, eh?
Yeah.
Full crang off the off the Ninja Turtles, just a fucking floating in a jar.
Man, Jay's had some great throwback calls for people our age on the radio show this week. This, for heaps of you, will be the first time that you hear from us, obviously, since we're back from holiday.
Yeah,
Full recap on Monday and Tuesday's episode of what we got up to on our holiday.
we go into details on it. But one thing I did leave out of that Sniper Elite episode was where we stayed. So we basically were staying in Club Med Bintan, which is fucking exceptional. A 40-minute ferry ride from Singapore, your own private beach, big resort, all inclusive.
Got to go through customs though, eh?
Yeah, customs is a bit
Which is
niggly.
where you come unstuck and almost had to face the firing squad on the way back.
Yeah, coming back. Turns out you can't bring bricks of unmarked ciggies back into Singapore. They frown upon that. But whilst I was at the resort, so it's carved out of this beautiful forest right next to the Ria Bintan golf course, which has been voted best golf course in all of Asia 6 years in a row.
That's gangster. What'd that cost you for a
Unreal.
round?
150 Kiwi.
Oh,
With a golf pro and a caddy.
what, they supplied the Golf Pro?
Yeah, well, this
Must be pretty washed up. What's he getting out of that?
Loon from Senegal. He was taking Anna and I around, like basically coaching us the whole way. Mate, I
Sick.
sprayed a full bag of balls that he gave us. Like, I would have cost him 150 in golf balls. Poor bastard. He's a legend. Anyway, so where we're saying there's monkeys and they've got squirrels. The squirrels are hilarious. So they eat these little kind of tree apples and they're above the bar and they're just dropping them in people's drinks and on their heads and all sorts.
Sick.
So they were cool to watch.
Do they stink? Can you smell them?
Nah,
I
don't
reckon
you-
I'll get on with a squirrel.
Yeah, they're very cool. But they've got troops of monkeys that live like the normal Indonesian macaque, and they, from time to time, so that when you go into your room, there's a sign that just says, make sure you lock the door onto your balcony, because they know how to fucking work the handles, and they go in and get the snacks. And so Lani, the chick who was our geo that was sort of partnered up with us for the trip, who works on the resort, she's from Australia, legend. We've got to get her on the podcast. She's at the wildest stories. She's been a missing person twice.
Shit.
Yeah, she's got crazy stories. She drove all around Australia on a Land Cruiser, like by herself.
What?
4B, yeah, she's a weapon. Anyway, so she was saying that when she turned up, she heard this massive scream and went to see what was going on. And this macaque had fucking peeled open the door of this tourist thing and was in there just foaming at the mouth because it was munching all of her barocas. They fucking trashed the place.
Fuck.
Found a pack of Baroccas. It was just fucking just full ferreling out on them.
Fizzing at the top and at the back end. Just fucking.
Yeah, and the chick was devoed because she's like, well, you portion them out because it's all inclusive. Chances are you're gonna have a hangover every day, and that just sits there fizzing next to you while you sleep, so you're ready to go in the morning.
Like when you think of a monkey, you go like, oh man, it'd be so sick to have a monkey, and you like see, Michael Jackson had his one cruising around. The new Michael Jackson biopic, by the way, is really good. Watch that in the plane. But then, you'd be like, oi, go get me a beer, and the monkey just trots off, brings you a beer or whatever. But in reality, I think it would be more like Jumanji when they're just fucking running amok and wrecking everything.
Mates of mine that were fly in, fly out and lived in Bali, they had monkeys. Cost $80 to get one. And so, I mean, obviously, it's probably a shit setup. But they had a real cool one that would get them beers out of the fridge. And they train it up, and then they'd end up getting fucking eaten by feral dogs if they got, they
get too fat.
Yeah, they just
move too slow, and the feral dogs get them.
They just get acclimatized. But yeah, they were wicked.
$80 for a monkey. Fuck.
It's not bad. Same sort of monkey, one of those macaques. But yeah, they can go bananas.
I think I'd rent it. I'd want to give it back after them. I'd rent it for a month.
But then you don't get the connection.
Like I've got 3 kids, man. I don't need a 4th.
They're sweet because they're tiny. You could they could roll around on your shoulder. What MJ had, Bubbles. Those things can rip your cock off. Not that you'd be putting your cock in your hand.
They made it seem cool.
They go straight for the nuts when they go to attack you. A male will just tear your genitalia.
Yeah, they get to them once they hit puberty. You don't fuck with them, eh? You wouldn't want to arm wrestle one.
Just rip your own arms off and beat you to death with them.
Turn you into a torso.
Yeah. Speaking of. You're on the Gold Coast.
So like I said, the full chat and the breakdown of what we got up to on the holiday is in the Monday and Tuesday episode. But yeah, we did the theme parks and stuff, which is epic. Have you got
any videos of you wearing a wetsuit going to Wet n Wild? I would pay, if you work at Wet n Wild or you know someone that does, can you just scan the security footage and get a couple of clips of us? You would have been the only family there on a pissing wet day wearing fucking wetsuits.
Honestly, the second day we turned up.
Just got something about when Danny DeVito played the Penguin. It's going to be quite similar to that.
When we turned up, honestly, on that second day, there was like 8 cars in the car park. There was more staff than punters there. They had the fucking wave pool and everything going. It's like, honestly, it's so key. And they'll probably they'd want to up the amount of people going at that time of year, so that's the time of year to go. The only other thing I want to mention, without going into the full deets of the holiday, is I chatted to somebody, and these are like the aspirational things that, a couple of them that we want to have in our lives at some point, and I feel like it's important to have these goals to work towards, and I reckon half the fun is visualising them for fucking years and years and years until you can get them.
You want a water park?
No, but I looked into it.
Another wetsuit.
It's amazing what you can get on Alibaba. So I want a larger wetsuit.
Yeah. Turns out those rubbery bastards shrink.
We've got the footage right here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Hold that up. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So one of my mates had a pool. And I'm always interested to know, because everyone's like, oh, don't get a pool, it doesn't add value to your house or whatever. All the upkeep shit on them and stuff. Talked to two people with pools. And the interesting thing was, one of them had a big fucker. It was like a 9x4 metre big pool.
Yeah.
And he said, because our pool's so big, we just have basically half the neighbourhood over all the time. Because if I was to go back, I'd get a smaller pool so less kids would fit in it. That was a great intel. And then my other mate's got a slightly smaller one. And he's like, it is hands down the best fucking money we've ever spent for our family.
Yeah.
It's the middle of winter and they're still using it. Admittedly, they had the heater on or whatever. So I was like, that's good to know.
In Queensland.
Mate, it gets into 12 overnight.
Jeepers creepers. How are you surviving?
And then also chatted to another bloke, Richie, and he was saying that he just spent 80 grand on a caravan and he reckons that's the best money he's ever spent.
So what was his rationale behind that? Where was the 80k best spend?
He went to a caravan show and then he basically bought one almost brand new, I think. They changed a couple of things out for it, but it's fucking sick. It's matte black. It looks off-roady, but it's not off-roady. One of those ones, like a Snowy River type caravan. And
Shit, they do a good caravan.
it's got a double bunk in it, a island bed. It's got a washing machine. It's got fucking 2 TVs. Got aircon. It's got pop-out barbecue and stuff outside. It's got an oven. Like, it is a hotel on wheels.
Stay home at this point.
No, fuck no. The views are better on the road, baby.
Yeah, but the interesting part that kind of peaked it for me, because down south, everybody down south has a caravan. Like, all your mates down south have got caravans.
A few of them, quite a few, yeah.
And then our friends down south have got them, and they park them up along the hydro dams, and they leave them there all summer. And they basically go back and forward off farm to the lakes. All of them have got jet boats. They just fucking belly up onto the side, and they're fucking barefooting 5-year-olds and all. That's cool shit. But that's the ability for them to tow it somewhere. So say, for example, there's a test in Dunedin, and Dunedin accommodation is absolute dog shit. If there is a All Blacks game on, you're staying fucking miles away because they just don't have the ability to soak up that many people.
So he's up on the sunny coast, for example, goes to State of Origin, just drives it into a residential area that's a fucking $3 Uber ride from Caxton Street, and then we'll just park it up there, then finishes the game, walks straight back into his fucking hotel on wheels. You're never paying for accommodation again.
It's like the Aussie version of a pikey.
And then also as well, he's got like, he showed me his Google Maps, so anytime someone goes, you got to check out the spot, he just slots it in and puts a note saying fucking who recommended it, and then he's got all these places that he wants to hit throughout Queensland in the caravan. So come Friday, he's just like, that one will do, fucking boof, loads up the family and goes there. And because it's a big one, all your shit's on it. You're packing like a small bag each. You can even have all the kids' clothes and stuff on it.
Yeah, it does sound good.
Oh man, so it was quite interesting because they've both spent, like, all 3 of those people have spent a fair amount of cash on those things, and it's like it's a big life decision to spend that much money at some point, tick it up and add it to the mortgage or whatever. But I was like, I'm fucking in for both.
I tell you what puts a lot of blood into it is the Winnebago, the brick ones, the Breaking Bad ones.
I like.
They just like the 80s Winnebago, the brick with the slope.
Put an LS in one of those.
Oh, you could. You could do a switcher. They are so sick. I'd love to get one of those and travel around the States. I was talking to a buddy of mine who's now living there, and he was like, had the same aspirations. And then he goes, you get on some of these super slabs and you fucking can't you can't see the end of the fucking road. It's like Wile E. Coyote and nothing for like 6 hours. And then there's like, car, and you're like, fuck me, this is massive.
So I don't like the idea of a motorhome.
$10,000 for that one.
Yeah, see, that's the sort of
that's cheap.
It looks a little bit peaty.
The only trouble is you're stuck there. Like you got to pack up your whole setup every time if you want to duck into town.
A trailer with a fucking badass Harley on the back of it.
This is good. You can do shopping on a Harley.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you're ducking into town for some supplies or whatever, you have to pack up your whole shit. Anyway, great purchases. Now, yesterday on the radio show, we specifically said to Benny, make sure you vet this next phone call. And he's like, he's good to go. And
so the premise
so good.
The premise of it was a bloke supposedly got his nut taken by a seagull while he was...
It was put on the Sniper's Nightmare page, that story.
While he was having a sunbathing nude in the backyard. And so we had people calling through when they'd had run-ins with seagulls. And Benny goes, got a bloke here. And we're like, what's the deal? He goes, oh, his daughter got attacked by a seagull. That was what he said, and just fucking put the bloke on hold. And we're like, okay, sweet.
Luckily, at this point, we'd run out of time. Like, we'd finished with the phone topic on the radio show, and I was like, maybe we can use him later on for late mail, which is, when we get a chance to get to some of the stuff we haven't had a chance to get to. Turns out we couldn't use him, and we're going to play it for you.
See if you can pick the point where we began thinking this could be a little bit tricky to play on commercial radio.
But then I was like, fuck, I know a home for it. Floyd.
Oh, you know who I am. There you go, bro. Up the wires.
Up the wires.
Up the wires.
Right, now, we were talking about this earlier in the show. Seagulls, they'll get you. Who did they get?
Who got?
Who got by the seagull?
I knocked the little cunt out with a stone down in. With me and my first ex were down in Kaikoura having a feed of fish and chips, right? And we were getting fucking circled by these seagulls. I thought, fuck this! I'll pick up a rock and I biffed it. I hit this little motherfucker, and he's sitting there having a spasm while we're eating it.
What a cut off!
What happened?
Oh my gosh!
What happened?
Oh man, well we're gonna have a fucking Floyd part 2 for sure.
Jesus.
Hit this motherfucker with a stone.
I was with my first ex. Oh man, he's the best. Oh, Jeebus creep. And like,
There's more to that. We're gonna get the rest of
yeah.
it. There'll be a part 2. I don't even care if we play that thing next week.
I reckon we could almost.
shit.
We've got his details. We could just life according to Floyd. We'll just throw a topic at him, like tell us a time where you've had a real tricky breakdown situation, or you've got yourself into a pub fight, and he'll have a story. And his delivery is exceptional. You know, Floyd, man.
He's a fuck. He was like, I was hoping to be Gary.
I biffed his stone at the little motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Say the hip hop, hip to the hippie to the hip hip hoppy, don't stop a rockin' to the bang bang boogie, said up jump the boogie, boogie to the rhythm the beat. Now what you hear is not a test, you're rocking to the beat, 'cause Jane Dunc's Not Radio is the place to be.
That's
Beautiful. That's well played.
It's an original too. Haven't heard that?
As always, like if you want to send us one of those or a message through the sniper line, link in the show notes. Click on the send us a yarn button there, and you'll be able to send one of those through. Now we've got a couple of packages. I want to open one today on the podcast. And one tomorrow. Now I know I actually know what they both are. So Jay, you're going to be doing the opening. This is unboxing. You better watch this if you're on Spotify. That's the one we want to open today.
This is the one we want to open today?
Yes, a very talented person has whipped us up. I believe with a
Dan
size
Brack.
something for each of us. I believe.
This is ASMR of unpackaging something.
If you know Spotify, you can watch this on YouTube.
Oh, it's a...
Oh,
Oh, fuck, it's even got me face on it.
oh, there you go, Jay Reeve. Another somebody else has used the MTV Days photo shoot. Benny boy, where did you find those? It's got my name too. That's quite an old one as well.
That's when you had some black in the beard.
Okay,
What have we got?
you go first because I know what it is.
If it fucking springs out, if it's something fucked, I'll be off
It's
it.
cyanide powder. Go.
Oh, what a fucking lad.
You have to hold that up
What
to the camera
a
as well.
lad. This is an engraved fucking Zippo. Oh, what a fucking treat that is. Did he do it himself?
Yeah. What's yours got on it?
I just got my face.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got your neck the exact right thickness.
I look like Sam Cane as well. I'm fucking into that.
Holy shit.
That
He's
is
nailed mine
impressive. Jeepers creepers. The Danimal has come through with the goods. What a fucking absolute legend. Thank you very much, brother man. Appreciate
We'll make
that.
sure we... It's so good, eh? I'm going to hold mine up close to the camera for those watching.
Yeah. Just shuffling in. Shuffling in. Yeah. Did he catch some light on it? Oh, fuck. It's going to try and give you a shock. There you go.
Bloody good.
Thank you very much.
Now, tomorrow's package... you also have to open.
Look at the hairline on Jay from fucking the mid-2000s.
Back when you had a proceeding hairline.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
How far away do you reckon you are from getting plugged up? Fuck, he's very talented, eh?
Very talented. I've got it. I talked to Daggers about this actually. Izzy Dag, former All Black, absolute legend of a bloke. We could probably play maybe tomorrow. This is kind of old news anyway. But long story short, Izzy Dag, he owns a hair transplant company, so you don't have to bugger off to Turkey. Not to say that going to Turkey is not a great option, but I wouldn't mind just jumping over the ditch and getting it done with Vikram, who is like the top dog when it comes to doing transplants. I'm getting bald shamed by my missus, which is fucking rich coming from her.
Well, tell her to stop buying handbags and you'll be able to afford some hair.
Exactly my point. I was like, what do you want? That or a
You
lid?
make sure you say that to her and she didn't hear
I'm
the
going to
podcast.
clip it from you and say, Dunc said stop buying shit so you don't have to have a bald-ass husband.
I gave my missus a bit of slack about, like, she loves Sabin bags, and she's got one for every different colourway that she wears, right? She's always ordering them, right? And I was just like, You got so many handbags, they all look the same. Like, what's the difference? Why do you keep buying these? She doesn't say anything to me. She just beckons me, walks me into my room at the end of the house, then points at my fishing rod rack and just looks at me. And I was like,
Yeah.
what colour are you going to get next?
The great response to that is, good luck catching a fucking fish with that handbag.
Hers will go up in value, though.
Yeah.
Fishing rods generally don't. I would say fishing rods.
You just
give you
fucking
more
walked
fun.
us into that and then fucking walked out and left us in there.
That's what I do, mate. That's what I do. Now, there's been, so we've got like in under a month, we're heading to the Northern Hemisphere. If you're new to the podcast, Jay won the National Stone Skimming Championship here in New Zealand for the Open Men's, which means he got himself a ticket to the Worlds, which is in Easdale Island, about 2.5 hours from Glasgow, Scotland. So we are going there. And we're also doing a live show on the Thursday beforehand. What you got the date, Benny boy?
The third?
Yeah, that'd be about right.
Third-ish.
3rd of September, something like that.
3rd September, 5 p.m, Hot Water Comedy Club, Liverpool.
Tickets are on sale now. You can buy those. I think they're 20 quid. There's a link in the show notes as well. We also, so that's going to be awesome. That's our first ever live recording of the podcast with an audience. So we cannot wait to meet everyone and get amongst that. There's heaps of people going to the stone skimming as well, which is going to be awesome. We'll catch up with all of you guys there as well, and girls. But there's been some dramas going around as of yesterday. Benny Boy had a fucking massive snag.
Yeah.
Your life is in the hands of the passport control officers of the UK.
Yeah.
This is where I look forward to the delivery of this chat, is knowing that somebody listening probably works there, so can either really help or fuck you.
Yeah, so they changed the law and no one really told me. So if you're a dual citizen, you must travel into the UK on a British passport now. I haven't had a British passport since 2002 was when it was issued, when I was a child. And because it's so old, you can't just renew it. It's start over again. Apply
that's
for a brand new passport again. So I've just been running myself ragged like, oh, okay, what do I need? My birth certificate. Do I have it? No. Where is it? Perth, Australia. Okay, get that sent in. Mum's birth certificate. She doesn't have that. Where are we getting that from? Croydon in England. So it's just trying to like compile all this stuff, photocopy my New Zealand, just everything. But the application's in. It reckons that it takes 4 weeks for them to issue it. And as of today,
can it be quicker than 4
and
weeks?
1 day. No, because it's a brand new one. If it was a renewal, I could pay for a 1 week service.
No, but cause, they say 4 weeks. But if you chat GPT'd it, would they say, yeah, man, I got mine in 2? Would there be people that say that? Or
I have a positive mate who told me that he got his in 5 days, sent to New Zealand.
Shit.
But he was renewing his, not getting a brand new one.
Well, I do like positive, Pete. So that's the bad news. The good news is we were chatting earlier in the week on the Monday episode, I believe it was, and I was ripping Jay out, just saying that we were chatting about it in Aussie to a few of the boys, just being like how fucked it is that we're travelling to the other side of the world to basically watch Jay lose. Like, we know the outcome already. Like, there's people that can throw 110, 120, 130 metres, and Jay's got like maybe 60 in him. And then Jay pointed out, he goes, well, you only need to throw 72 metres. Is it 72?
I think it's 60.
60 metres.
To the back wall of the quarry.
And Jay was super accurate, like the most accurate thrower on the entire day. Like, he kept all of his stones in the lane. And so if you can stretch yours out by 6-7 metres and you can hit that 3 times, you're actually in with a chance.
Yeah, and then I think it's the accumulated length of all 3 stones are your score.
Do you know what?
And so there's guys that just backwall it every single fucking throw. The guy that won it last year, coming out from the States, he biffs at 130 clicks. Like, it's a walk in the park for him to bang 60.
Yeah,
so
but
you just need to wait for him. So they basically, I think they just throw until someone doesn't hit the wall or goes outside the lane.
Okay. So you're in with a chance anyway if you do some training, which is super exciting. I'm thinking, like, even if you get top 3, we should get a trophy that sits in line with your head for these videos, and I want it to be like the Bledisloe Cup at Tool, like a cross between the Bledisloe Cup rugby trophy and a motocross world championship trophy. You know how they're just as tall as a person?
Yeah.
That's good money to spend, I reckon. Yeah, exactly.
I'm really excited. The team at Barkers have done the New Zealand Blazer, and it's out of a merino from basically where we had the stone skimming competition. But they've, on Jeff and Richie's sort of on their sort of terms, it's I was talking about the silver fern that's going to go on the blazer and what's going to be written around it. Because you go, well, are we going to be called the Blackstones, or are we going to put something on there? And it just says Aotearoa stone skimming. Like Aotearoa above it, silver fern, stone skimming. Fuck, it looks so sick what they've mocked up. It's so sick. That'll be the coolest thing I'll own. It'll be the only fucking New Zealand representative blazer that ever sits in my wardrobe.
Like, I'll ask the question, but you can tell me you're going to get fucked pretty swiftly if need be. Is there only one of these being made? It would be nice to
you asked.
look like a team.
No, there are 2 being made. One for me and one for the chick that's going over.
Right.
But there is, we're kind of working on a bit of a team uniform. I find the whole thing hilarious. But Barker's is like Mikey Lawrence, who I've known for years. Mikey's a fucking mad dog. So I first met him writing fixies, and he would do this thing called critical mass or mashing of Queen Street, 5 o'clock, bumper to bumper, and him and a bunch of us would just bash straight down Queen Street in the middle of the road, just fucking zigzagging everywhere. Basically, everything
the lights all change in sequence. I used to ride from radio school to Britomart from the top of Queen Street as well on my skateboard.
And one of the boys, some car pulled out, cars just trying to edge their way into traffic. So these bikes have got no brakes. They're a fixed gear bicycle, which is used normally for velodrome track riding. And so that's what they
I
are.
used to be a track ride. I don't know my way around a fixie.
Yeah, and so the only way to basically stop is because your feet are clipped in or in fucking cups or whatever, strapped in, and so you kind of jump skid the back tyre, or you lean over the handlebars and lock the back out to take all the weight off the back, and then you kind of snake your way down. But fuck, this car pulled out, and one of the boys just goes boof straight into the side of it and ended up in the back seat through the window of the car.
Oh shit!
Like, parked up and was like fucking hell, because none of us were wearing helmets.
What did he rip out an up 2G?
fashion over function. And so jumped out, and he was sweet as.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking decapitated himself.
At pace, like he's only a smaller-ish dude, but fucking like stapled himself through the window, like hit with the front wheel, and then kind of went backwards through it, like with his back first through the window.
That would
and
have been
parked up.
so epic to watch if you're the car behind.
Oh, we thought he was fucking dead.
Right, let's do a final war story. A tease for tomorrow. Benny Boys had a fucking pretty hecker's morning. We haven't quite got to it, but he's like, I'm all...
I just hope there's not too many police listening to this podcast.
Well, there's a fucking lot, but whether or not they can be bothered with the paperwork and picking the scab that is Ben Walker, I don't think so.
Yes, Stewie Wild and his family from Perth, the other got a cop in the family. She tasered her vagina. That's a story for tomorrow.
Great.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
Sorry, I should have pointed out it was accidental.
Well, so you say.
So she says. This is from Ron in the UK. Back in my senior year of high school, I was forced to have a full schedule of classes through the end of the year, even though I already had all my credits to graduate. Phew, that's a toughie. One of those classes I was forced into was wood shop. It was classed at about 6 others also in the same position as me. Well, one day, about a month into the class, we discovered a dead bird in the shop. And like any genius boy would do, we wanted to experiment with it in some way to make the class entertaining. That's when we had an idea. We collectively decided that we would see how long a bird takes to cook in the microwave.
Boys.
What a fuckwit.
Oh, that would sting.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So we took the teacher's microwave when he wasn't looking, brought it into the back corner of the shop and placed the bird carefully in the centre of the microwave. Set the timer for 3 minutes and press start. Well, fuck me, it took about 10 seconds before shit hit the fan. 10 seconds and there was a pop and a sizzle, and then about 15 seconds later the bird exploded.
Fuck. Right in the lightning. Oh.
See, this is why it's fucking hard to find teachers.
I can almost smell it.
Oh, mate, you would have thought that their military. You would have thought that there was a pound of military-grade explosives in that bird's guts. We open up the door to stop the cooking process, and oh my fucking god, the smell that poured out of that microwave could only be described as a nuclear disaster. After about 30 seconds of all of us boys panicking, spewing, crying, and barely holding on to consciousness, we grabbed the whole microwave, ran to the dumpster outside and fucked it off, and then bailed.
That's a great option. I'm sure I used to have a microwave here.
Well, apparently the smell managed to travel through the whole school, and rather quickly at that. About 20 minutes later, the fire department showed up because the teachers and the principal thought there was a fucking gas leak. The fire department immediately had everyone evacuate, as the smell was so fucking potent, even on the other side of the school. So there we are, about 300 students on the footy field in the middle of summer, sweating hot and cranky because the school's got a gas leak, in inverted commas, and about an hour later was when the cavalry showed up. Local gas companies started pouring in to help because the 5 different towns' fire departments couldn't find the source.
What a clusterfuck.
Another hour later, and they let us all go home early, and no school for the next 3 days.
This is awesome. How many kids are going to be bugging fucking seagulls and magpies and microwaves now?
And eventually they found the bird, and everyone's parents got a memo and a strict notice to not ever microwave dead animals. We never got caught and didn't get into trouble, but man, oh man, did we learn something new that day. Never, ever fucking microwave a dead bird. Up the waz.
Up the waz. It's one of those ones where you think you've heard it all, and you're like, oh, fuck, turns out I haven't. Never thought about microwaving a dead bird.
How's it collectively they came up with it? I got an idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, fucking good
I'll go and
work.
steal the microwave.
Shake hands, you get the microwave.
Who's got the bird? Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Oh my gosh. Hey, before we sign off for today, hell of an episode.
It hurt my head.
It's so good. The Rock, you might have heard the ads playing in the podcast, not too sure. The Rock, which is the radio station we work on, think Pearl Jam, Foo Fighters, Rage Against the Machine, bands like that, is now playing on the Nova Player app in Australia. Nova's a big radio station in Australia. They've jammed us on their app, which is awesome, and also on DAB, which is digital audio broadcast. All the new cars come out that 30% of the Brisbane radio audience listen on DAB.
Wow.
So there's a chance for us to go big across the ditch. So if you're in Australia or you've got a mate in Australia, especially in Brisbane, let them know about DAB. But just in general, jump on the Nova Player app. They've got us on the homepage there. Bang. At the moment, playing 10,000 songs back to back. There's a chance for you to win some pretty cool stuff on there too. And then we'll go live properly August 31st, which is the start of our Rock 2000 countdown. And time shifting too, so we'll be the right time for a drive show. Breakfast show will be the right time for the breakfast show as well, starting at 6 a.m. Gonna be awesome.
Fucking microwaving a fucking what the fuck?
What's that, E.T.? E.T. called Jay and Dunc on Not for Radio. You big beauty.
Oh, you fucking big beauty.
Just like this podcast, and that guy there with his ET impression, we're 80% of the way there. Thank you very much to show sponsors. Classic Builders, they've got 3 decades of experience, teams around the motu, around the land, and 2 main ways to go. House and land packages if you want it simple, or design and build if you want to put your stamp on it. If you're thinking about building now or in the future, make sure you keep Classic Builders in mind. Have a great rest of your day. Paul Marty. I was going to say Paul Marty. That's how I sign off the radio show.
Say
that long.
Up the motherfucking wires.
Up the wires!
You've been listening to Jay and Dunc's Not for Radio podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you soon.